And we are live. What's up, everyone? AJ here from AJ's Collectibles, back with another TCI, the collector interviews. This is episode 6 featuring Chase, the Dark Sage, man. What can I say? No, this guy, he's very unique. He's big into anime, which, it's insane in a good way. Because, you have different people who's like different into stuff, like if they're mainly into Marvel or anime, and this guy right here, that's what makes him really unique. He's really into anime. He watches all the different anime shows and everything, and I really love that about Dark Sage. And like, definitely check him out. His Instagram and his channel is in the description below. Make sure you check him out, follow him, subscribe to him, all that good stuff. And congratulations as well, bro, because you just reached over 2,000, which is a big milestone for you. So congratulations again on that, bro.
Thank you.
Would you like to say something?
Just want to say what's up to the people. What's up to whoever's listening or watching, whether it be now, later on the night, in the next few years or something like that. So I just want to say what's up. And I say thank you for having me on. So
yeah, bro. I'm glad you had the time to do this interview with me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now, do you mind if I drink my water every now and then?
No, go ahead. You're fine. You're fine. All right. So before you got into collectibles, like before you became a nerd in a good way, what kind of person were you? Like, did you have like how do I say it? Like, let's say you kept stuff from your childhood that made you collect into collectibles, or like, were you someone who was shy at first and like you just build your way up to it to really collect and everything?
What it was is obviously when you're younger, you used to have toys and stuff like that. Yeah. But you have toys and stuff, and then there's the toys that you never get to get because your parents don't want to buy because it's too expensive or something. Right. So later on, when I got older, I just bought the stuff that I really liked, that I really wanted. Not toys necessarily, but I'm starting to get more stuff that I really like. But I feel like I've always been collecting because I used to always have Lego stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards. I'm trying to think of other stuff. And I used to always, like, when I was like in my teenage years, I used to buy manga, which I still buy now. But I fell off of it real hard in college, and I'm picking right back up on it. So I've always been like collecting something, I feel. So
yeah, definitely.
But I was always, I feel like I was always a shy person, but yeah.
Yeah. So you just built your way up to it, like, I know like most of us, we start shy, but like, I don't know. For me, it was like, you have a voice in your head, like, just do it,
Like collect or to do YouTube?
Right now, collect, yeah.
Oh, collect. Well, I mean, you gotta think, I'm a nerd. I've always been a nerd growing up. So I'm like, oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like the video games. Oh, I like the toys. So, I was always getting that. Like, I wasn't shy about being a nerd or anything. So I was just shy personality wise, like speaking out about certain things.
Right. Now, today, did you ever think you have like big room of pops, any other collectibles, statues and whatnot? Did you think ever today you'll have like a big room for
that? Well, I started collecting pops in 2015, so I didn't think there was gonna be that many pops because I was like, oh, the first things I saw were like Dragon Ball Z, Spider-Man. I'm like, all right, that's the only stuff I'm getting because that's the only stuff I saw. But when you first start collecting, you get everything, and it just becomes so much. And I was living in the dorm at the time while I was getting all this stuff, so I'd have to buy stuff, put it in my dorm room, but eventually it'd be too much. So I had to take it to my mom's house, start over basically again, and get more stuff, put it in the dorm room, and so on and so forth.
Right. And speaking of Funko Pops, what was the main thing that attracted to you about Funko Pops?
Well, I necessarily never. When I first started, it wasn't Funko Pops. I just like Dragon Ball Z stuff in general because I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on my own. I always wanted like a nerd room growing up. Like I always wanted a room just dedicated to like video games and nerd stuff. So when I saw the first time I saw Dragon Ball Z pop, I was looking and I saw it and it was out of box. And I asked someone, I said, "What is that?" And it was like, "Oh, it's a Funko Pop of this Goku." I'm like, "Where do they sell it at?" And so they told me where they sold it at, and I went to GameStop. I bought one, and then it just spiraled out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
But,
that's what happens to all of us.
but first, I never really had an appeal for Funko Pops itself. I just like Dragon Ball Z stuff, but I saw Spider-Man 2 and I started getting them, and I'm like, they're cheap. You know, it's a gateway collectible. They're cheap, so it's easy to collect. It's easy to maintain.
Right, right. Yeah, true.
What up, Fets? Nakama? Aztec?
What's up, everyone? Thank you all for joining in. Appreciate all of you. K Titus, Fets, Nakama, and Aztec. Now, do you see yourself collecting Funko Pops for another 5 or 10 years, or do you think at one point you're just gonna stop? Because I know two people they just want to slow it down or cut off or just completely stop.
Are they still gonna make Dragon Ball Z pops? Is the real question.
Yeah, no, they're really gonna keep pushing it more and more.
I'm gonna keep collecting more and more.
Yep.
Any Dragon Ball Z, basically, because I'm a completionist, so I like to stay up to date. Because if you stay up to date with everything, it's not as much money, but the money accumulates over time. Like it raises over time. So,
right.
I don't think so, but I think after a while, it's gonna be to a point where I just collect certain stuff. Right now, I'm anime crazy, but after a while, once I start getting into figures and this stuff don't fit in the room anymore, then I might have to start getting rid of some stuff. But I know for sure, I'll always keep my Dragon Ball Z. I always keep Naruto. I always keep certain animes. I know that for sure. I don't know. But I feel like I'm always be collecting pops. If they keep making Dragon Ball Z. If they stop making Dragon Ball Z, I don't know.
Yeah. Now speaking of Dragon Ball, how do you feel when they overdo it? Like they come out with a Gohan like metallic like let's say Flock, the glow in the dark, Chrome. Like, how do you feel when they do all of that?
Well, I know I'm backtracking, but when I first started collecting pops, there was only like 4 or 5 Dragon Ball Z pops in total. Mm-hmm. So I came from the mindset of they're not gonna make no more, but if they ever do, I'm getting them all, and that's exactly what happened. So I really don't mind variants depending on how fast they come out. Like last year with the My Hero wave, it was so much. It was so much coming out all at once, and I was getting so tired of it. But with Dragon Ball Z, I feel like they space it out enough. They always keep coming out with more stuff, but with Dragon Ball Z, they space it out enough to where I'm like, we could have had something different. But when we do sometimes get something different, people complain. So I'm cool. I'm getting every Dragon Ball Z pop. I don't care because I love Dragon Ball Z. And I don't know. I feel like if you like something, support. The best way to support is with your money.
Definitely.
So I'm going to buy every Dragon Ball Z pop.
Definitely. Now, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, like, do you get pretty much a little bit of everything as well? Like, you get your pops, your statues, like action figures. Do you do like a little bit of everything as well?
I used to collect the brand Prestos and the other figures, the other statues where you could put them all together with the base stand. But after a while, I sold all my other figures and I kept my Dragon Ball Z ones because I have a completionist mentality. So if I buy one thing, I want to get the whole thing. And I know obviously pops are way easier to collect, collectible wise, than any other thing. So I mean, I'm getting more into it. I just got my first Band Presto after selling all my Band Prestos, but I just got one this weekend. So I'm going to get back into Dragon Ball Z statues, but for right now, I'm mainly focused on like Dragon Ball Z pops.
Yeah, definitely.
But the SH figure arts look dope, though. I'm really into SH figure arts.
Yeah, I've seen some of them. They do look sick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you feel when someone says Funko Pop is a toy, or like, I know there's some people out there who call even collectibles toys. Like for you, like, what's your opinion on that? Do you think like everything else is a toy, or is it all just a one big collectible?
Like pop wise?
Yeah, like pops, or like like I mentioned, action figures, and then like those bus heads. I think that's what they're called, or whatnot.
Well, it just depends because what's the primary use of it? If it's to play with, then it's a toy. Technically, it's a figure. Oh, I mean, all of this is a
Yeah,
figure, but if it's meant to be played with, it's a toy. This isn't meant to be played with. Like on the bottom of the box, it says not a toy. Like
right.
people used to tell me, "Oh yeah, he collects dolls. Oh yeah, he's into dolls." So I don't mind it, but when I start like when people see dolls and I start showing them the values, they're like, "Oh, those aren't dolls."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like for me, my parents are the same. They always call them my pops dolls.
Yeah. So everybody around me calls them dolls.
Yeah. Now, I know you mainly collect Dragon Ball and anime. Like, do you collect any other stuff? Like, I know you do a little bit of Marvel, especially with Spider Man. But like, any other lines in general?
But now I want to get back into movies, but I thought about it. I'm like, nah. Like I got the full complete set of Scott Pilgrim,
Mhm.
Dragon Ball Z, Spider Man. I got like one or two DC pops. I got some gaming pops like Crash Bandicoot and God of War because I'm a Sony fanboy. I got some of them, but I'm mainly collecting. I'm mainly collecting anime. I used to collect DC and I used to collect Marvel a whole bunch. Like I used to have a whole lot of that, but I had to downgrade because I'm like, I don't care about this as much as I do Dragon Ball Z. So
Right.
plus I had to sell a lot of it so I could get my Planet Arlia Vegeta. So
Oh,
it all
for
works out. What's up, Collector Lamsey?
what up, Lamsey? Now, what are some of your favorite stores to buy from? Like whether it's GameStop in store or online or like Hot Topic, like not just to get pops, but like statues and like to your local comic book shop or anything.
My favorite store is Movie Trading Company because they have used figures. But they have everything. If you're a nerd, they have everything. Because I like Blu-rays, I like manga, I like figures, I like pops, obviously, and I like posters. And they literally have everything. And it's like a pawn shop for collectibles, basically, or a pawn shop for nerd stuff. Like you could sell your stuff there, get trading credit, trading value, and all that, and you could buy more stuff with it. So that's my favorite store. It's like 5-10 minutes away from me. If you ever talk to Jerry, he goes there often as well. So I love Movie Trading Company is probably my favorite store of all time.
Now, to me, I don't know. To me, this is like a big question. Like, what made you want to do a YouTube channel to to showcase everything that you collect? Like, what inspired you to do a channel?
Well, Pops wasn't the first thing I was doing on my channel. If you look back at like my first few videos, well, when I first started this channel, at first it was gaming. I'm like, all right, I was doing gaming stuff, and I had a video that hit. I had this one video that hit, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna be a real gaming channel. Then after a while, I never bought the Elgato. I never really invested into it. So boom, I scrapped that. I started doing skits because do you know who RDC World is?
Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah,
Well, yeah, they like they're near me, so they
yeah,
do skits and stuff like that. I was doing skits. I was like, I used to be really big in the vines and stuff like that. So I used to want to make skits, and I used to make skits. If you go on my channel, I have a playlist where you can look at all my old skits. That's why in some of my pop videos you see skits because I used to do those a whole bunch back then. But after a while, I stopped that, and I always started something, and I always stopped it. And I never was like really consistent with it. But then after one day, I started doing pops, and this was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing pops. Like you could tell because I didn't have a beard or nothing. I looked really young. You could look at them videos, and I'm like, all right, I'm showing pops off. After a while, to me, it wasn't really doing anything, so I'm like, all right, I stopped. But then someone told me you should do this again. I started doing it again, and it started picking up a little bit, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
right, right. Now, big question right here. Well, well, at least for me. You're huge into anime. What was the thing that attracted to you the most to watch anime, all the different shows and everything? Like, what was the thing that attracted to you about seeing all the different shows and like collect everything as from it as well?
Well, I've always been into cartoons, even though anime people hate that term being put in the same sentence as anime. But I always loved cartoons, and I always like grew up, and I always loved cartoons. Like I never like real life stuff because it was always boring to me. When I watch something or when I want to be immersed into something, I want something that I can't do. Like I want basically the imagination to be like everything like right there. But with anime, Obviously, it's Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Naruto because those are the ones that came out when I was growing up. Well, not came out, but those are the ones that was happening while I was growing up. That Yu Yu Hakusho, Toonami, Bobobo. There's a whole bunch of other animes like, well, not Avatar, but yeah, basically like the big animes that you know, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, all that type of stuff. So it's just different because with anime, it takes a different approach. Like it takes a more realistic and a more adult like approach to animation rather than cartoons being goofy and silly all the time.
Right.
And animation just looks better than most
Yeah,
of the time.
right. No, yeah, like I've seen some of it. Um,
What?
have you been to? Wait, what?
I think one of us is coming in slow. My bad. I was saying you said you've seen
Did you
some of
say
it.
something? Yeah. Like for me, I'm not a huge anime guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just recently started watch Dragon Ball again because I grew up with it. My brother was someone who introduced me because he's a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. I couldn't get into it as much, and then like throughout my teen years, I watched like what the first two seasons, and then I just stopped. And then like with you, Fed, uh, Russell, Frenzy, like all the cards, like bringing the heat out from it, coming got me back into it, and like I've been enjoying it a lot. And then like for watching it from the very first season, I didn't realize how perverted it was and everything.
Dragon Ball Z?
And like that's what make it. Yeah, the first Dragon Ball.
Oh, Dragon Ball. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Oh. Which one do you like better, Dragon Ball Z or
Yeah, so
Dragon
like,
Ball?
well, I haven't gone to Dragon Ball Z yet because I've been getting into Yu-Gi-Oh again, so I'm going back and forth with episodes with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because I mean with Dragon Ball in general the entire series because there's like a lot of episodes for like each season.
Are you gonna watch Dragon Ball Z
So like
or
I'm
Dragon
just
Ball Z Kai?
I don't know I've been looking into that, but like I think I'm just gonna watch them both, like watch Z and then Kai afterwards.
Mm-mm.
No.
Ain't no need. I don't feel like there's a need. I honestly don't feel like there's a need. It depends on how your time is. Like if you want to get straight to what Dragon Ball Z is about, Dragon Ball Z Kai. If you want to get the full Dragon Ball Z effect, Dragon Ball Z. All Dragon Ball Z Kai does is like take out the unnecessariness and the filler. It just shortens it up.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably just go with Kai. Yeah. Now, I want to get to know Dark Sage, not the nerd, not the one who collects. Like, what kind of person are you? Are you someone who like, if they mess with you the wrong way, will you just like, mess with them back? Like, maybe put a hurt on them. Like, if they disrespected you, your family, your girl, like, what would you do? Like,
You gotta be
just
specific on how they mess with me. Because I feel like it depends on
no, go ahead.
the severity. I mean, it depends on the severity of the action, basically. So you gotta let me know what they did exactly. Give me a situation.
Like, let's say, like, in this world you have your good people, your bad people, and then, like, let's just say, like, one day, someone goes up to you, they start talking shit, they, out of nowhere, they just like come at your family, like your dad, your mom, like, fuck your mom, I'm gonna go rape her or something, some shit like that. Like, how would you feel? Like, would you just like straight up attack him and everything?
Unless they do it.
Like,
No.
are you that type of person that you don't want to mess with me?
Unless they do it, no, because it's like you gotta think we come from the era of you a little older than me. We come from the era of you can't be too sensitive. Like remember the days where you used to play Call of Duty on like Xbox Live or PS3, where they used to just say all type of racist things to you, call you the I mean for me, call me the N-word, cuss me out. Oh, after mom, stuff like that. I come from somewhere where you get roasted. Like roasting is all right. I don't know if exactly what you're saying is like them roasting me, but if like they threaten me and they try to make out with the threat, but as long as it's not physical, then as long as it isn't physical, nothing needs to get violent. Basically, that's how I feel.
Right.
I'm not a violent person. At least I hope I'm not.
Yeah. Um, were you like the same way growing up? Like I'm not someone to mess with, so like, but me, I can be a pretty chill guy. You know, get along with everyone. Like have a big group of friends and all that.
I never had a big group of friends like that. So growing up, I used to just I used to not like people like that. Because certain people, I'm like, you just put a bad taste in my mouth. It's like, but some people, I'm like, if I could just hit him one good time. I mean, I'm like that kind of now. Like, if I could just hit that person one good time, it might set them straight. But I don't know. I don't know. It just, I don't like bullying. I don't like physical threats. I don't like any of that. So, but but you know, everyone gets bullied or teased at one point in life, and no one likes to be bullied or teased. So, obviously, you grow up and you try and like combat that or try to make up for what you didn't have back then.
Right, right. Now, have you ever had like someone come up to you, be like let's say if they saw you playing like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon cards or Dragon Ball Z cards, like, dude, because I know there's some people who like pass by, like like us guys playing with cards and everything, like playing the game. Do you have you ever like tell them like fucking nerds, like why you playing with cards? That's stupid kid shit. Like, have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, of course. From family, from people at school, of course. If you're a nerd, you have to go through that. I can't consider you a nerd if you haven't gone through that. That's the rite of passage right there.
Yeah.
Now it's what you do after that.
Also, even your family.
Huh?
Right. So, like, even your family has told you that.
Yeah, like your older cousins. Yeah,
Right.
older cousins used to bully me. They don't do that now because I'm a little bigger. They used to do that.
Yeah, true.
Worst part
You
is
can
like
just sit on them.
you got the deck real nice, and then they just knock it all over, and you like, oh, and you didn't write nothing down. Oh man, I used to hate that. But besides that, in high school, you don't get called a nerd and all that. I mean, I didn't get called a nerd like that as much because I felt like I was in that generation where being a nerd was becoming cool. It wasn't cool, but it was becoming cool. Like the MCU was happening and all that, and everybody went to go see the superhero movies and stuff like that. So that's how I feel. But I mean, the people who would look and say, "Oh, he's a nerd," but they look and they be watching like, "Oh, this is a little interesting." You know what I'm saying? Plus, everybody knows Dragon Ball Z. Everybody knows Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do have your people who are into it, and some who are really not really into anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you, speaking of the MCU, were you like, oh, are you a big fan of it? Like, do you like some of the movies, or do you think some of the movies were like, they're just okay?
I like the whole MCU. I like the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have most of it on Blu-ray. There's only certain movies in there that I don't like Thor 1, Thor 2, Captain Marvel. I'm trying to think of some other ones, but most of them I really like. My favorite one, my favorite one is Iron Man, like the first one. I feel like that's one of the best. That's top 5 Marvel movie, like top 5. Like not debatable at all. Top 5.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a big MCU fan.
At least
I'm not an MCU fan no more though.
No more.
After Thanos, because it took 10 years to get to Thanos. Now after it's done, I'm like, yeah, y'all can have a bigger villain, but it's not going to have the same effect. I'm only interested in the Spider-Man movies now.
No, that's true. Cause yeah, because I know there's been a lot of like rumors and talks that Galactus might be the next big villain, or Doctor Doom, or it's not just gonna have that same effect with Thanos, because they were building up Thanos slowly.
This boy Rob Molina.
But
You see what he said? He said if Sage was a hero, his ability would be Dark Shadow. This dude always throwing shade at everyone. Just saying. Every time Rob makes a comment, I always laugh. Like it's no matter what, I always laugh. This man is hilarious. But no, I'm not. But yeah, if they make Doctor, if they put Doctor
yeah,
MCU,
yeah, he's like that. He's like throwing the group chat and everything. I mean, he
am I
might be
like?
like, I mean, not a main villain, but like a villain that's gonna be built up in Black Panther too. Huh?
I was asking if I'm lagging out because I'm getting everything late.
I think it's on my side. I have weak Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay, I didn't know because I
I
know
need to get better. I need to
it's
get better
lagging a little
service
funny on
soon.
this side.
Yeah, yeah, it should be on my side. I have
Oh, okay,
stupid Wi-Fi. I need to get better service soon.
so you gotta get what you gotta get though.
True. Yeah. Now,
All right,
I know you're saying like right now you're. Yeah. I know you're saying right now you're into like more with the Spider-Man. What's your take on the third movie that's coming out next year? Like, how did you feel like towards the ending of Far From Home?
oh, Far From Home is like the best Spider-Man movie, so I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready for this third Spider-Man movie. It got. I know that I'm trying to be realistic. I know it's not going to be Sinister Six. I would love Sinister Six, but I know it's not going to be that. But if it's Craven, I don't know. They made Mysterio cool. Sony made Doc Ock cool. They can make whack villains cool. So I really don't want to see Vulture. Well, we already got Vulture. Vulture was cool. That's another whack one that
Yeah.
became cool. Craven, he's a dope villain because he's killed Spider-Man before, but I think we'd have to get Craven or Sandman. I would love a redo of Sandman or who's the gray dude?
Yeah.
The gray dude from Spectacular Spider-Man.
I know.
Who?
Or did you,
I said who?
Mr. Negative?
No, not him. Fetch would know. Who's the Fetch? Who was the main mob boss in Spectacular Spider-Man, the cartoon that was on the one that was on I think Kids WB. Dang, I'm trying to find out his name. But if they put him in there, Tombstone. That's his name. Tombstone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Tombstone. He was in the Spider-Man game. If they do that,
Yeah. I just remember, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, there's like a whole possibilities they could do with Spider-Man 3. Like, like you said, Craven is rumored. Scorpion, he's rumored as well.
Yeah.
I would like to see something different. Like, I remember I used to read spoilers before Far From Home came out. That what's his name? I think Chameleon. Like he was supposed to be someone in disguise that was as a spy working for Nick Fury. I don't know if you ever read those rumors.
I haven't. I haven't been keeping up with any of the MCU rumors, so the only one I've heard is Craven.
Right.
But I'm being realistic. So Craven will be super dope. I just don't want them to do another Spider-Man 3 with it, where they cram too much stuff in, and then it's just a catastrophe. They can put the little point dance thing again because that's
no,
dope.
yeah,
But besides that, I don't want. Mm-mm.
yes.
This man Rob Molina is so disrespectful.
Damn, Rob. I need Bear wife. Don't blame me.
Oh, Rob is hilarious.
Don't
I
blame me.
swear he is one of the funniest people I've ever met online.
Yeah. Don't worry, Rob. I will get better Wi-Fi soon.
So, what makes you into the MCU?
Or
So,
maybe
like,
it's
why are
because I'm
you into the MCU so much?
well, not just for you. Like huge Marvel fan. I mean, as a kid, I was a little bit of into everything, right? Your Marvel, your DC, your anime like Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Pokemon. Like I was a little bit into everything, but like Marvel is what stuck with me the most. Like like when I first saw that first with the first Iron Man movie, or Robert Downey Jr., like it just stuck to me. Like oh man, Iron Man just became one of my favorites quick, and I don't know. From there, I just became. I mean, not obsessed, but like really really into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I was watching everything from the movies, Agents of Shield, the Netflix series,
Mm-hmm.
and then um, and then the other shows like Cloak and Dagger, Runaways, Inhumans. I was like huge done with MCU except for Spider-Man, but I mean I'm excited for like Phase 4 and Phase 5 and beyond that. Like I'm excited for what what I can't the road they're going to.
I feel you. I feel you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like me. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan, so I love the ones that they came out with in 2004, 2005. The first one, the Rise of the Silver Surfer. The 2015 remake, I hated. Nah,
No, that was the
it
best
could have
one,
been a
bro.
whole lot better. So
That was the best one.
nah,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
nah. So I'm excited yeah. So I'm excited that the MCU is finally gonna do them right.
Yeah,
Like I'm
I
excited to
feel like
see if the rumors are true. Like Galactus to be like the
I feel like I don't know. I feel like the MCU it's just gonna go down. I mean, there's not gonna be as much hype for it compared to the Thanos thing as this. I mean, it's still. I mean, people are gonna still go see it, obviously, but like me, there's a lot of people like me who we're not hyped for it no more because Thanos, Thanos did his thing. I feel like they'll never hit that point, that peak again because you can never hit that peak in history again with superhero movies. The MCU was the first to like really, really do it big like that. And the fact of spoiler alert, the fact they made like a villain win at the end of one of their movies is just I don't know. I just don't have the same love for the MCU like I used to. Some it just hurts.
right. No,
But I
I
think
feel you. Yeah.
Fantastic Four should be good if MCU is doing it.
No, definitely. Now, DC wise, do you think DC is like make? Do you think they're trying to make it into competition? Like, I remember like they were just trying to rush out to get the movies out, make their own cinematic universe. Like, how do you feel like on that? 'Cause, I mean, Marvel, they're not making it into a competition. They were slowly building up everything, but then DC they were just like rushing.
Well, yeah, I think Marvel had like what, like a 5 to 6 year, lead on DC. Like they didn't have no competition because no other, I guess, entity was really doing what Marvel, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was really doing compared to them. So they don't need to compete when they're the ones really leading. Like they're the ones setting the trends. Like they're the ones like doing the new stuff that other movie universes, well, other movie companies and stuff like that weren't doing. So in order for DC to like be a competitor, they have to speed everything up like how they're doing now. Like because honestly, I'm not interested in anything DC was doing. Joker, I really like that, but wasn't a DCEU movie. So
Yeah,
I mean, but I mean, you see what happens when it's not a DCEU movie. It's good. So I don't know. DC is just they're trying to run before they learn how to walk. Basically, like none of the DC movies are good to
true,
me at all,
true. Yeah.
except for Man of Steel. Man of Steel is good. I haven't seen Shazam. Haven't seen Aquaman. Not. I am not anticipating to see any of them. But I do like Batman.
Yeah. I'm the same way, you know.
I do like Ben Affleck as Batman though. I think he's the best on-screen Batman we've had.
I don't know. For me, it was like mixed feelings.
What? I think Ben Affleck did a perfect job as Bruce Wayne. He looked the part. He acted the role real well until Justice League when he started trying to make jokes. I didn't like that. But in Batman vs Superman, so perfect, so perfect. I don't know. Ben Affleck was the best Batman to me ever on screen.
Right. I mean, to me, it's kind of hard to choose actors to portray Batman from, you know, the 80s and the 90s, and then you had Christian Bale with the Dark Knight trilogy, and then it went into Robert Patterson is going to be the new Batman now.
But that's a younger Batman, though, ain't it?
Like, how do you feel like now that Robert Patterson's now? Huh?
I was saying, but he's playing a younger Batman, though, right? Because the Ben Affleck Batman that we got, he's a seasoned Batman. He's already been Batman. Like, he retired and then he came back. So I thought that was kind of like going back in time, and Robert Pattinson was going to be the younger Batman, basically.
I think so. I mean, I haven't read too much into it, but I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
supposed to be
possible that
Batman
they could be
in the younger
doing
days.
that.
So I think Ben Affleck is still going to play him, even though I heard that Ben Affleck didn't want to play Batman no more, which the DCEU is just a whole catastrophe at this point. But I don't know. I really want a solo Batman movie with Ben Affleck. That's what I really want. Because I'm trying to tell people Ben Affleck, that's Batman on screen. As far as encapsulating Bruce Wayne and being Batman. Because he literally, when he plays them two people, he's playing two different roles and he's playing them both well. But
Right,
I don't know.
right.
I don't know how to feel about the Robert Pattinson guy because he was from Twilight, right?
Yeah, Twilight.
I mean, I can't judge him because I haven't seen his work, but I didn't like.
What's your take? Yeah, right. What about Harley Quinn? How do you feel about Harley Quinn?
Never liked Harley Quinn, so I'm not. I wasn't hyped to go see Suicide Squad. I hated Suicide Squad. I hated Suicide Squad. I think that movie is bad. It's like one of the worst superhero movies ever.
Yeah,
I don't like Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie is cool as Harley Quinn, but I personally don't like Harley Quinn. So
like her, and I mean, me personally, like you, I don't really like her. I mean, not like Margot Robbie. She's a great actress, but I don't know. I wish Harley Quinn could have been like a different portrayal and everything.
how so?
I mean, I don't know. I think there's some. I haven't really seen them like the movies her as much. I mean, I did see Suicide Squad. Like, I couldn't get into it. Uh, it wasn't good at all. It wasn't good at all. And then I don't know. To me, Harley Quinn kind of seemed whiny and such.
In the movies or from the animated
A little
series?
whiny. Well, and from the movie live action.
You said I think she was. I haven't seen the Birds of Prey movie, so I can't say nothing about that. But from Suicide Squad, I think she portrayed Harley Quinn well compared to what we got from the animated series because the animated series is the first thing that she was ever appeared in because she came from the animated series. Then they put her in the comics, I believe, if I'm quoting that right. So I think she portrayed Harley Quinn well, but I don't like Harley Quinn that much. So I'm not gonna really be into the movie when she's the main star. And K, you capping, you big cat. No, you big cat.
What up, Fritzy? What up, man? How you doing? Now, uh, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh friend, right? We all grew up with it. To you, how did you feel about? I don't know if you've seen them, the spin-off series that they did. What was it called? GX and then Zexo. I think that's how you pronounce it. And did you have you seen those? And if you have, like, what's your take on it?
The only Yu-Gi-Oh shows I've seen were Yu-Gi-Oh the original, and I don't think I've ever really finished Yu-Gi-Oh, or at least I don't remember finishing Yu-Gi-Oh. And I watched Yu-Gi-Oh GX, but I don't think I fully ever really finished that. Like I always watched it as it was airing. So, but those are the only twos I watched. I couldn't get into 5Ds because they ride on motorcycles and they dueling. I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah, like me myself, I couldn't get into them. I prefer the one that we grew up with, Duelist Kingdom, the 5 seasons. The one I'll just stick to the Duelist Kingdom series with the 5 seasons.
Have you watched it all?
Because for me, well, actually, I'm almost done. Like, I'm currently halfway of season 5, Netflix, and then I just stopped. And then, like, when we were doing Dragon Ball or card openings with Feds, Frenzy, Russ, you get cards that I grew up with anymore. All away, and I regret that shit. And I don't know, like, it just made me get the cards back and then watch the show again. And then I got myself a dual disc. And then I got a Yami Yugi Nandroid on the way. And then, spoiler alert for everyone, I started a new Funko Pop line, Yu-Gi-Oh! I bought every single one. Video on that coming soon. And then I just bought the pops. So I was like, I'm getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, it was a huge part of my childhood and everything.
I know I want to do a rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh. Obviously, I can't do it right now because I'm watching a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see when I can find time to rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh. Because I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh back then. So Rob, you tripping?
Yeah. Well, the first superhero movie is the Super Broly movie. Oh, Rob.
You see it?
I saw. I'm not gonna get into it.
You say you're not gonna get into it?
What?
What'd you say?
Stupid Wi-Fi. No, I saw some. I was saying I saw some of the Super Broly movie. I didn't finish it, but
AJ?
I will watch it again. But like I liked what I saw so far. It was really good. Cause I know here it in theaters, and I saw like a little more than, I mean, not a little more, but like almost half. Uh, like I work at a theater, assistant manager. Work at, and then become an I sometimes, one of the jobs is to like check the auditoriums, make sure there's no like bad things going on and everything, and like sometimes they don't even know, but like I can stay there for like 20 minutes, like watching like a movie or something. So that's where I seen like some of the Broly movie.
You need to watch it. Well, have you watched all those? Oh wait, no, you haven't seen. I want to tell you to watch it, but I don't think you would really like get even though it's not complex or anything. But you won't really, you'll be confused from the forms and everything because you'll be like, what is happening? But I mean, it's a
Uh,
really dope movie. I think it's one of the best Dragon Ball Z movies. That's what I'll say.
yeah, right. Yeah, so I need to finish that. ASAP.
Yeah.
No, because like I mentioned to you, like I'm getting back into Dragon Ball slowly. So I'm still at Dragon Ball season one, wait, and then from there it's gonna be to Dragon Ball Z Kai, which you told me to watch. Dragon Ball Z, and then I don't know. I mean, I want to figure out who that told me like what GR is bad.
Who? You said what was
I
bad?
don't know if it was you, but I remember like someone was like mentioned like Dragon Ball GR.
Oh, GT. Yeah, don't watch that. You ain't gotta watch that.
GT. That's right.
Yeah, you ain't gotta watch that. You'll be doing your look. I'm doing you a favor by telling you not to watch it, so don't watch it. I don't care what Fed says. Don't watch it. Just watch Dragon Ball Kai. I mean Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
Kai.
because I remember. Yeah, because I remember like it was. I think it was the live stream that you did with Feds. Uh, I think Russ and Frenzy, and then they were talking, and then you guys were talking about it, and then I think you were the one who said that GT was bad. Don't watch it. And I think Feds was like the one. That was like the best one and everything.
Fetz, Fetz doesn't even watch JoJo, so he has no reason to critique anything of Heat. He can't critique Heat until he sees JoJo, or unless he says GT is bad. That's when
Right.
he can critique anime again.
Yeah, I seen like the comments you guys have been doing on the group chat and everything. Just, it's funny.
Look, I'm in the group chat. I'm always
like
gonna
I'm
do it.
like I'm not gonna say anything just because I don't watch it, but like I mean, you always have to watch it to judge it
Mm-hmm.
for
What are we talking? What anime are we talking about?
yourself. You can't just say because I know Feds he's been saying that don't watch JoJo and all that.
Oh no, he just
And
be playing. He just be playing about that. Even though he still hasn't watched it, which I told him to watch it. This is the thing. I told him this earlier. I'm gonna tell you this. This is how it starts. You have a friend that talks about JoJo a lot, and so eventually you cave and you watch it. That was me because I was like, I don't know what JoJo is. I looked at it, I watched it. I'm like, yo, this look whack. Seen the first two episodes, I'm like, I'm done. This show is weird, but I stuck to it until episode 8, 9. That's when it just shoots up. It shoots up in quality so greatly. So I tell every, and then you become a fan, then you become obsessed with JoJo. That's how it all goes. You ain't gonna watch all of JoJo and not be obsessed with JoJo.
you said
Say it again.
you said you said it's on it was on Netflix.
The first 3 seasons are on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to watch like the whole thing, you probably have to be on Verve. That's how I watch it. Well, that's how I used to watch it.
Right.
I'd say check it out. Just check it out and just check it out. Check out the first season. If you like it, hey, you can thank me later.
Right. Now, I seen like some of your videos that you have a few Nendroids, right? Do you blame Droops for that?
Of course. I blame Droops, I blame Nakama, and I blame Frenzy. It's all they fault. The worst part is, now I really got to blame Funko Cop because he helped me secure one that's super rare. So I put him in there. He didn't influence me to buy it, but I saw it in one of his videos that it was available at one of his stores, and I was like, "Yo, I need that. Yo, go ahead, help a brother out with that." So I blame all four of them. I
Right.
blame all four of them. It's all their fault.
Yeah. Like me, like I have three myself, and I blame you a little bit, but more with Droops and Nakama.
You know what's crazy? You had the same amount as me. AJ?
Oh damn!
Oh, I was like, I don't know if
I've been looking, and then wait, what?
I didn't know if you heard what I said before or not.
No, yeah, no, yeah, I heard you. Yeah, Link one, which just looks really, really dope. I
Which
may get
one?
that one.
The one that
Zelda.
was?
Yeah,
That was a dope one. When Russ saw it, pulled it out of the box, I'm like, yo, not gonna lie, that link is kind of dope.
yeah, because that one looks dope.
That
Like,
one's from Majora's
cause
Mask, right?
yeah, I think he said it's from that one. Yeah,
Hmm. Pretty good game. Pretty good
yeah.
game.
So
What other Nindroids you looking into?
well, I like some of the Marvel ones. I saw there's a Winter Soldier one.
Mm-hmm.
Spider Man from Infinity War. That one looks dope as well.
What
And
about the
like I
Miles
mentioned,
Morales, the DX one?
oh yeah, I saw that one too. Like I'm interested in that one.
Uh huh.
I'm interested in
I am too. I really want it. It's like $80, but I really want it.
sure.
I
Like
love
I
that
was
movie.
telling I was telling Droops the other day that um even though they're expensive, the quality of it makes it worth it.
Oh yeah, the paint
Because it
job is
comes with yeah, yeah.
the
Because
posable.
like
The posableness is dope. It just it just looks so great. It's smaller than a pop, but it's so great.
yeah, and all the accessories it has to it, like they're I don't know. Oh no, I don't know. I think I'm gonna start becoming addicted to it already.
You are, you are. They a little high in price, but these are
Yeah,
pretty. These are premium figures. I'll say that they're premium little
yeah,
chibi figures. I really want that Miles Morales one though, where you can take off his shoes, put on his hoodie or whatever. I'm like, oh man, that looks so good. That looks so good.
well, let's see who gets it before me or you.
Probably you, because I'm moving soon, so I'm trying to conserve my money a little bit right now.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm trying to save my money for other things because I got a lot of things on the way. So future videos on that. I mean,
What
like
all you got on the way?
like let's see. I got a couple more legends.
Okay.
I got a Venom from the. It was from the build a figure one.
Mhm.
I saw that GameStop had restocked on it, so I got that on the way. I should be getting it like maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, and then I got a lot of cards on the way too. I want to do like a video or a live stream on them, like the Yu-Gi-Oh ones, and then I still got the Iron Man and the Yami Yugi Ninjas on the way. I should be getting that like Wednesday or Thursday as well. Um, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff. I can't keep track.
I feel you. Look, you big baller over there. That's why you big balling. Trying to be like you when I grow up.
Hey, well, if I wasn't making a lot from unemployment right now, I wouldn't be getting all of this stuff.
Lucky. I wish I could be on that. I wish. Going to work every day ain't it. Trust me. But I'm thankful I have a job though. I'll say that. I'm thankful I have a job. So, but that ain't it though. Now when I get that unemployment, I want that.
Hey, but I don't know. I always tell people it's not all that because of the extra unemployment is set to end at the end of July. So like I'm gonna be gaining my regular unemployment, and then because like I mentioned, I work at a theater. I don't deal with the house anymore, so I'm just like trying to find a good job right now, another job, because right now I help my brother out. Like he has his own business. Like he develops software.
Oh, that's
So
good.
like yeah, and like he's trying to put that to the side right now because he love video games was a huge part of our lives. So he's trying to look into making his own console. Like he wants to make games. I mean, it's gonna be like a long business on that, but like he told me he wants me to be a part of that because because he knows I had struggles with finding jobs and everything. Because myself, I never went to college after high school, and like for me, high school is just so stressful for me. Um, so I mean, I want to prove to everyone, you can be successful if you don't go to college. Like I want to prove that. I want to be able to prove that to everyone.
I'll say, because I'm in college right now. A lot of people make it off pretty well without going to college. It just depends on how you apply yourself. Because what was the hardest part about high school to you? Was it the social aspect or the textbook aspect, like on paper learning?
It was a lot to do. Guidance counselor, she told me that I wasn't gonna be able to graduate on stage because I remember during my senior year, the last half of the year, I got so sick and everything. I missed a lot of courses, classes. I couldn't do the homework because it was just stressing me out. Because from the top of my head to my feet,
Mm-hmm.
it's just stressing me out a lot. And I was like, because even my doctor told me because it was because of stress.
Mm.
Because like I don't know if you heard about the Casey test here in California. It's called the California High School Exit Exam Test. It was like two parts, English and math. I had passed the math part, but the English part was just hard for me, and that was like one of the main reasons that my guidance counselor told me I wasn't going to be able to graduate on stage because if you don't graduate on stage for the English and then pass it, and then you have to take the test again during summer school, but you're not going to be able to graduate on stage, and that took like a huge toll on me because like I have always tried my best in every class, and I guess it wasn't enough. And then it was the end of May, where it was my last chance to graduate on stage, and I barely passed it. Like your passing goal is I think it was like C, and I was like I barely passed, and I was like, oh, thank you God, gonna be able to graduate on stage. So like I didn't want to go through all that again in college because I knew it was just gonna be another heavy toll on me.
I know. Well, obviously, you proved your guidance counselor wrong, so that's a good thing. But I don't think you need I don't think you need college in order to be successful in life. It'll help to be successful in life, but seeing as I'm a college student and I know a lot of people that are doing pretty well without a college degree or anything, it's just really how you move in life, how you apply yourself. It just depends on what type of job you're looking for and the best way to make money in that job. So it's like if you're a charismatic person, you
Right.
could probably be a salesman or something. Sell houses and make commission off that. You make a whole bunch of money. You don't need a college degree to sell a house. Now you do need like a housing license or whatever to sell a house, but a realtor license, but you don't need a college degree for it. So I'll just say don't if you know school ain't for you, don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't. Because then you'll be in debt like me. I am the government's puppet right now.
Yeah,
But yeah, you
man.
can do it as
Like,
long as you put your mind to it.
yeah, because excuse me if I get a little personal, but like, my parents, like, they're just. I always feel like they're just more prouder from my brother and my older brother and older sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're doing really well for themselves. But me, I'm not gonna lie. I still live at home with my parents because here in California it's just like hard to find your own stuff. But hey, but I pay my own bills, pay my own rent, pay for my car and everything. So like, I mean, for me, it's just always been hard to really just get it done. Like, I want to prove, like you mentioned, I proved my counselor wrong. I want to be able to show that same proof to my parents that I guess I'm a nuisance or anything. Like, I want them to have that same proud amount that they have for my brother and my sister. Because I mean, I know for me it's gonna take a little slow, but eventually I'll get there where I want to be.
And that's the mindset you need because obviously you're trying to prove your parents wrong. You're trying to do better for yourself in life in general. It's the real thing is what's holding you like what steps are you taking now? What are you doing right now to make yourself better? You always gotta think that waking up every day, what am I gonna do that betters me from yesterday? Stuff like that. And, you just have to work on yourself
Right.
and grind and stuff like that. Because it's gonna take time. If something's worth it, it's not gonna be easy or quick. So you gotta really take time. You really gotta I've heard personally, if you write down your goals, you're more apt to actually achieving the goal because you wrote it down. I don't know what
Right.
psychological sense that makes, but hey, that's what I heard. I just say work hard, do your best. Obviously, that's the stereotypical thing to say or whatever. I mean, what's it called? The common thing to say, but as long as you making steps, any progress is better than no progress. That's what I always think. You can do it.
That's
You
true.
gotta
Yeah.
put your mind to it.
No, definitely. Cause me, I don't have like a certain job in mind yet of where I want to work at. Like, I just want to get where I want to be at,
And
and
where is
I know
that?
eventually I will get there. Like you said,
The real question is where is that? You gotta start
just
specifying things.
yeah. Like for me, the goal is to be well. I want to be successful, but not like a huge success. I just want to be successful because my high school reunion is in 2 years
Hmm.
from now, and I told myself if I'm not like a success by then, I'm just not gonna go because everyone that I went to high school with, I don't really talk to them, but like I always see like on Facebook and such that they're all doing well for themselves. Like I see some friends that they just bought a house, like uh, they just bought uh, like they have their own
Hmm.
businesses and whatnot. Like I want to get there one day. I mean, for me, um, I don't want to say that. Um, for me, it just takes slow because my mind is like that because for me to go slow, I always take my time on everything because I always feel like it's my Down syndrome that that makes me go slow
Mm-hmm.
because I was born with Down syndrome myself.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors will always tell my mom that your son's not gonna be good. Just abort him, like have an abortion. And my mom never went through with it because I was born with extra chromosome.
Uh-huh.
But like me, I'm not developed like every other Down syndrome person. I
Yeah.
always took regular classes. I do what other regular persons do, people do. Like I occasionally smoke. I drink. I'm not a bad person. I don't do drugs. Like I just live my life like every other regular person. Like
Mm.
my speech, I always have problems with certain words and everything. And like that's
I don't know
like
if you stopped
you
talking
know.
because it sounded like
I
you cut.
mean, um, yeah.
I just
No,
say,
it's. I mean, no.
I just, I mean, I understand, but I feel like you, from what you telling me, you kind of settling. Like, as long
What
as I'm
were you?
good, I'll be, huh? Can you, am I coming in
Oh
good?
no, go ahead. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Because
No,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know.
you are. You are.
All right, cool. So I just say don't settle because what you said earlier, I want to be a success, but not that big of a success. Why not? What's stopping you?
Like
Only you stop you from your
I
goal.
know what. No, I mean, no. Look, I say I don't want to be a huge success because I seen those type of people before that. Like they become a huge success and then it just gets to their head. They don't want to help out the smaller people, the little people. Like like that's what I mean. Like I don't want to be that type of person. And I'm now, I richly like give out a dollar or two whenever I see a homeless person. And like my friends, if they ever need like favors or anything, I try my best to help them out and everything. So I don't want to be like that huge success guy that will get to their head like, well, I'm a huge success. I don't need anybody. I don't need to help anybody out. I don't want to do favors for anybody. I can do this shit on my own. Like I don't like that's the type of guy I don't want to be like when it comes to being a success.
I feel I just say when it comes to success, everyone's different with how they handle it. Obviously, you can't base
Right.
how you will deal with success on another person. So I'll say shoot as high as you can because with that mentality that you're telling me, help the little people. Get the little people other jobs or something. Help them get on their feet. Help the homeless people get on their feet. If you become a big success, you can help other people become smaller successes, basically, or you can make the next bigger success, basically. Like you never know what you could do or what you could give someone. You never know how the future is going to be panned out. So I'd say shoot as high as you can. Don't settle and be like, oh, I'm cool right here. Nah, shoot higher. That way, even if you was right here, you'll be like right here or something. If you shoot higher, I'd say don't settle. And with that mentality, you should even shoot for even more success. Help
Definitely.
others that aren't as successful. Help others who kind of like were in the predicament that you've been in with life. Because you never want, because basically whoever has been treated bad or been dealt with wrong in life, you don't want that to happen to anyone else. You kind of want to pave a way for them, so it won't be as hard as on them as it was on you. So I'd say
Right.
as that, you should be like a role model. You should strive for even more success rather than I'm cool right here. Nah, be up here, shoot up here, then be land right there or something.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. That's what it's all about. Because you know, every single one of us in the chat, the people we talk to, like we all have our unique talents where we want to be at, what we want to do. Because, like you said, as long as we set our mind to it, we can do it. As long as you don't stop, keep pushing yourself forward, and always take those steps.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
what
all.
you. I don't know what you're working.
Say it
You
again.
what?
You said you don't know where what?
like your where you work at, like um if you have a goal in your life, I know that you can do it as well. Like you're always saying right now, like set your mind to it and push it, and can't let anyone bring us down. Just gotta take it further, and we can do anything we want to.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, I'm to me that with me, I'm that's what I'm doing with YouTube because I don't want to do YouTube forever, but I want to be an entertainer, and YouTube is a stepping stone for that. But I mean, like it's a stepping stone for that or whatever. So start off with YouTube. Obviously, I didn't expect to be here now, but I kept working, I kept grinding. I kept getting motivation from people like my girlfriend, my brother, my friends. It's just the people that you surround yourself with. So I'd say surround yourself with either people who have success or people who are aiming for success because those people are going to really push you. Don't ever hang out with people that are like, you can't do this. You should just do this instead. Don't ever hang out with people like that. You need to hang out with people that motivate you, that want better for you, things like that. So, like I said, I didn't expect to be where I'm at on YouTube right now, the way I am. But I worked up to that point, and I want to work even further. And I know this year I kind of want to help out more people and smaller channels, especially a lot of people who helped me get to this place, like you, Frenzy, Fets, Lamsey. I want to help a lot of people. Want to help a lot more people out now that I've gained this bigger following and things like that. Because there's dope content out there. I gotta give to people the dope content. That Rob Molina, even though he's a hater.
Yeah, definitely. You never have. Yeah, because for to me, you just reached 2,000 subscribers, getting more. For me, that's a big milestone that you accomplished right now, because you're just gonna keep growing and growing. Like pretty soon, you're gonna have like a lot of people love your content, love what you do. The skits that you add to it, like they're really funny, they're hilarious,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it's all about, because you're just gonna keep growing with that channel, bro, and it, it's it's really great, really, really great, really great what it's been for you.
Yeah, I'd say it's been really great, like hitting that milestone. But it's without people like you, without people like Lamsey, without people like Fence, Frenzy, Aztec, Rob. I can name a whole bunch of people.
And without
Well, say it again.
all the content, like the skits, man, it's been awesome. It was great.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I think it's freezing. That's why. Yeah, it's freezing.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, yeah,
But I'm saying like
go ahead, go ahead.
without people like you, without all the people that's in the group chat, without a whole bunch of the viewers, without everything that y'all do, whether it be liking the video, interacting with me, sharing the video, stuff like that, or just motivating me, or y'all just y'all kind of give me ideas. Without that though, I wouldn't be where I'm at today because you need the viewers in order to get you know the recognition and the views and stuff like that on here. So without y'all, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So y'all are what make me who I am right now.
Yeah, definitely. You always gotta thank the people like myself. When I first made my channel, I didn't really care about gaining subscribers or viewers. I just wanted to put my content out there, show what I love to do, show what I love to collect. Like me right now, I have like people that have been supporting and loving me, like yourself and everyone else. Like it just makes me do content more and more for everyone, for you, and like is like it's just been an amazing experience for myself.
Hmm. Feels good, don't it?
Yeah,
And
because
there's
like the
probably
first
someone
few
watching your
videos,
content and they're inspired by you. You never know them,
yeah,
but there's someone out there like that. They're like, oh, I like what AJ does. I want to be like AJ on his channel.
and like no, definitely, bro. Like because like you mentioned, like you help out the smaller channels because there's a lot of people coming up,
Yeah.
like 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 they're gonna be on their way as well, and like us like helping them out and everything, supporting, showing them out because they have great content of their own and everything, and it's great. And like another reason for me why I made a channel was to meet people because like I don't really have friends that are into the same stuff that I am,
Hmm.
like or that are into Funko Pops. I only have two of them, and the other two they're just like I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're talking about like Funko Pops. I even had a friend call them popsicles at one point, and that got me fucked up. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done talking to you.
I mean, but this is the thing though. You've met plenty of people now, right?
Yeah,
So I
right.
mean, you already gaining your wish. Basically, you granting your own wish through, just Instagram. YouTube is just going to be a bigger platform for you to reach out with.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Because um, because like I met you. I really started talking to you more when I guess after I made my channel. Because I
Yeah.
remember like I was like watching your videos and then I was shouting you out on Instagram and everything. Like like seeing like watching your brand new video and like telling people, hey, go check out Dark Sage. He has amazing stuff. And like I made Shoot do that, as well as Feds, Frenzy, Jerry, and I was gonna say Nakama, but I seen I started watching Nakama when I collected Funko Pops. Same
Mhm.
with Funko Pop back in 2018. So I was like,
Jeez, that's a
man,
long time ago.
yeah. So for me, it's insane in a good way that they're like brothers of mine now. Like
Mhm.
from watching your videos to becoming friends and now like brothers. It's been fucking awesome. Like definitely.
I mean, that's what it's all about because people like Nakama and all that inspire you. And at one point you like, man, I want to be like that. I want to be up there. Now you talking to him like on a daily basis, basically in the group chat. It's just how
Yeah,
things
yeah,
work. It's just how things work, man. Life is weird.
yeah. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah, true. It works in the God works in the mysterious ways.
Yeah.
What He has for
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Well, I think we're about to wrap this up, bro. I want to say, I'm proud and honored to have you on here. The great Chase, the Dark Sage, everybody. If you haven't checked him out, his Instagram, his channel is in the description below. Make sure you follow him. Make sure you subscribe to him. I love this guy. He's like a bro of mine. He's always giving me advice and can never thank him enough. What and he brings a lot of people together because we all have the same interest, a lot of things in common, and it's what it's all about. So make sure you give him a shout out, message him if you want to talk to him, like because he's a great person. I always see he's humble, he's chill, he does funny skits. This guy is funny, man. I love his man. Definitely check him out on all that. He always like does skits like in the beginning, middle, or ends of his videos. They all have been great, and so definitely check him out. Like I said, proud and honored to have him on here, and yeah. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in for episode 6 of the TCI, the collector interviews. It has been great. Um, I'm looking forward to this growing more and more. I have a lot of great people coming in for more episodes. at the end of this week, following weeks, and so on. And if you want to check them out, get to know more about them, definitely come by and stop by and say hello. And if you have questions, definitely will answer them. And I definitely appreciate every single one of you. Thanks, Dark Sage, again as well for being here, bro. Really appreciate it a lot. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Don't forget to like.